Hey, welcome to our podcast, Spilling the Wild. I'm your host, Bohorques.
And I'm your co-host, Priyana, Rama.
The subject of today's podcast is Chapter 7, Carthage of Into the Wild, which we will be dissecting throughout this podcast.
We'll go over things such as passages taken straight from the book itself, new vocabulary words, discussion, questions, and more. We'll also have an assignment at the end, so make sure you pay attention and take notes.
Chapter 7 of Into the Wild focuses on Chris's time in Carthage, South Dakota. The author shows how Chris becomes a part of the community and forms close relationship with the people he meets. This chapter reveals patterns in Chris's behavior, including his strong work ethic, his habit of keeping personal information private, and how he is an independent person while also staying efficient.
As you can see, that there is a noticeable difference between how he acts and how he thinks. He spends time with others and builds trust, but he also avoids long-term commitments. This is due to his past where there was barely any stability in his life. It is shown that people viewed him as extremely ethical, whereas I can barely keep up with my own homework, much less without giving up. Okay.
This helps us understand the way people interpreted Chris's character. Also, this helps us show the gaps between their view of him and the private thoughts he never had.
Reading
Shared.
time. Okay. Reading time. Pull out your books, because once we start, you're getting left behind. Open to chapter 7, page 63. And although the chapter starts at page 61, as we'll have a few speakers read certain paragraphs of our choice.
Which paragraph should we read first? Any volunteers?
I have an idea. I think you know what I'm thinking.
Oh, I definitely do. Let's choose a name really quick, though. Okay. Hello, class. We have a bag filled with the names of our classmates. All of them. So, we're going to shake it up and see who we pick. Oh, Yanni. Okay, Yanni. So, go to page 61 of the book and then flip to page 63, and then the second paragraph is paragraph 6, and I want you to read from paragraph 6 to 7.
Okay, so take a moment to read it out loud to the class, Yanni, and we'll see you guys back in a couple minutes. We will be waiting. That was pretty good, Yanni. I firmly believe that in some cases people have good opportunities in life, but follow fantasies that in their imagination that leads them to do other things. But anyways, let's talk about this passage.
Okay, so one observation we made when we read this is that Chris wanted structure and purpose. His actions in Carthage show that he was capable of living a stable life, something he always wished for. We hope you guys thought the same thing, and if you didn't, then you should probably reread it.
Maybe you should. Another observation we had was, even though he fit into the town well, observation?
Observation.
That's what I said, did I not? Okay.
Nope.
Another observation we had was, even though he fit well into the town, he still chose to leave. This shows a pattern of avoiding anything that felt permanent. He wasn't used to consistency, and I'm pretty sure most of us aren't, so maybe this evaluation could help you guys as well. And if commitment scares you, then congratulations, because you and Chris are basically 20.
Yeah. Okay, let's dive deeper into Carthage. We found evidence from people like Westerberg and other townspeople that shows that Chris was not antisocial, but he liked to create real connections with people.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So based on this evidence, we can infer that Chris struggled with balancing independence and belonging. The chapter makes it clear that he was drawn to the community, but he also avoids staying in one place for too long.
Okay. These inferences are all supported with evidence in the chapter. I honestly feel like we can relate to Chris, maybe a bit too well. He's literally our problematic friend who always forgets to drop it.
Well, that's not wrong. Okay. Right, he really is one of us, like I'm literally telling you.
Right, like I agree.
Okay, the next part of this chapter are new vocabulary words, ones that we need to learn because most of us don't recognize these other than Sawyer.
Yeah.
Sawyer reference. Assignment. corollary.
Okay.
I honestly don't know how to say this word, but it's corollary.
Corollary.
Yeah, which means something that's easily proven true because another statement has already been proven.
Okay. Our next word is ambivalence, which means to have mixed feelings about someone or something.
And our last word is escapade, which means an act or incident involving adventure.
These words describe how Chris's behavior created conclusions about who he was, his mixed feelings towards others. Sorry, I just spit. And the adventures that he kept to himself.
The author uses descriptive language to create a sense of
stability.
Around
Continue.
Carthage. The town is portrayed in a comforting and inviting manner.
Cream cheese bagel.
Okay.
This contrasts with Chris's inner feelings versus how he lives his life. The rhetoric purpose is to show that Chris had opportunities for a steady life, but he chose a different path. He wanted this because he didn't want his experience from the past to define him.
There were also many different perspectives that strengthened the chapter by giving a fuller picture of Chris's emotions, actions, and behaviors.
Now let's use what we know. Westerberg is a good source for this because he spent a lot of time with Chris, but his view may be small because he liked Chris and trusted him, and Chris may have not fully opened up to him.
Many others of Carthage also shared their thoughts, but they didn't know Chris that well because they have only been with him for a short period of time. He still didn't like showing his real self. This means they can describe his actions, but not his deeper intentions.
These strengths and limitations should be thought about when we come to conclusions about Chris.
Now it's time for the assignment. Talk to your shoulder partners for about 2 to 3 minutes and explain to each other how Chapter 7 shows both strengths and denial in Chris's personality, but try to also use at least one vocabulary word, one that we gave you, in your explanation since it will reinforce your understanding of the word so you may continue to use it in life.
Right.
Hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I will, but you guys got that.
Not us.
Maybe you though.
Yeah, you guys are smarter than me.
It's okay. Sawyer's
Okay,
got that one
yeah,
though.
Sawyer. Focus on the evidence in the text and study what it suggests about who Chris was versus how he acted. Pause the video for about 3 minutes, then we will return.
Thanks for listening. We finally reached the end of our podcast discussion on Chapter 7.
6 or 7.
6.
I think it's 7. Okay.
It's probably 7.
Okay.
We hope you enjoyed.
Thank you for listening. Let's hope you don't run off into the wild with only $20. Walmart Susanna. Bag or stale rice. Wait.
Bag of stores?
Oh. Yeah.
Thank you guys for listening.
Actually, what we want is for our friend Kira to just really show how much she enjoyed this podcast. Why don't you come in
Make
and
a little appearance?
give us, come right here and describe how you liked it.
I actually hated it.
Oh. Get out then. Like,
Right.
what are you doing
Wait,
here? Please leave. Like,
I mean, you're the one who invited me.
So,
right. We didn't actually want you here. We just thought you would give like good feedback.
yeah,
you know?
it was
Yeah.
it was scripted, so
You were definitely not needed.
okay. Anyways,
Yeah.
thank you guys so much. Have a nice rest of your day.
That's the end of our podcast.
Bye. We're gonna put that in.
Okay, bye.
Bye, Sawyer.
She wants a hug too.